Are we ready? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
And those of you yet to decide, welcome to Charlie and Andrew, aka chandrew2019! For those of you that don't know us, this is the beautiful Kat, the best lady.
And this is the gorgeous Callum, the best man. In keeping with the travel theme, we will be your hosts on today's Chandrew flight.
So fasten your seatbelts and we're going to take you on a quick little journey of the flight of Chandrew that brings us to the destination we're at today, beautiful Phuket.
Woo! It's our responsibility as your hosts to ensure you have a drink in hand at all time. I failed. To ensure you're in the right places for photos, some video footage, and of course a few selfies.
And don't worry, we're going to take one in like a second, so panic not. We're both incredibly honoured to be Chandrew's best man and best lady. In fact, when I was asked to be best man downstairs in Cuban, I can't actually see you, Charlie. You're behind the flowers. Okay, good. So I cried, Charlie cried, and Andrew thought it was a great idea to get a selfie. So that moment's captured forever online, and we look a complete mess. So finding stories that are family friendly have proven difficult for Kat and I. But like old Disney movies, we'll try and keep the shine on this fairy tale wedding. As we all know, this princess has found this Prince Charming.
Ah.
But don't worry, there'll be many sharings of the other Chandrew stories later.
When Andrew first asked me to be his best lady, I felt incredibly honoured. I then felt sheer terror at the thought of having to give a 17.3-minute speech. No more, no less, stick to the schedule. I suddenly started to question, am I really the right person for this job? Do I even know Andrew that well? So, in search of some inspiration, I began by looking up the meaning of the name Andrew. And that trusty urban dictionary told me that the name Andrew means man and warrior. It went on to say that Andrews are athletic, knowledgeable, sometimes act shy and reserved, but are really outgoing and crazy when you get to know them. For all except the athletic part, I'd say that's spot on. But in addition to all of those things, the Andrew that I know is also selfless, kind, caring, gentle, and at times a bit of a dark horse. He's quietly confident, a self-believer, and absolutely terrified of nature and heights.
So it's a very hot day here for this very pale Scotsman, and we're both a tad nervous, so please bear with us. In fact, the boys said to us, just imagine everyone naked. So we currently are, and for some of us it's just recollection. So I've had the pleasure of knowing Charles James Hartley Cracknell for 16 years. And there's so many reasons he's just an awesome mate. He's always fun to be around. He looks out for everybody. And you can actually trust him with a secret. Although he's probably just forgotten what you said. Our love of vodka, champagne, and ketchup has built our awesome friendship. And mainly because I don't ask to share your food. It all goes back to where we met. Your first leaving D for Australia in 2003, Nottingham's glorious NG1. Woo! Okay, good. So there was a chat and I was caught some crossfire where you were like, yeah, I've got rugby playing thighs. And someone said you didn't, and you took a lot of great offence to that. And let's face it, those thighs look better in knee-high boots.
Yay!
We soon met up after arrival in Sydney. Nowadays he's known as Champagne Charlie, but in those days he was Smirnoff Ice Charlie. We started the night in like somewhere civilized like the midnight shift, and then rolling out at the nightclub Arc at 4 a.m. The year in Australia was amazing. Christmas on the beach and the highlight of Sydney Mardi Gras being in it. That was probably the best drunken decision we ever made. You made friends with all the drag queen designers. I'm sure you've all seen the Union Jack dress, the wigs and the boots are all done. And the dodgy Girls Aloud jump. Charlie's mum informs me that you're always in the limelight from a young age, and we've all seen him from a school play, a university stage at the back there, yes, or just your local nightclub. Charlie's mum's got so many stories of young Charlie, so we're going to share them later, aren't we? Over G&T, Anne? Yes. Good. And by the way, Anne, you're looking gorgeous today, as is Kim. So let's hear it for the mothers of the group. Woo! Woo! Yeah, so when we got back to the UK, NG1 couldn't hold on to the both of us, sadly. I moved to London, and with much persuasion, Charlie did. For the purpose of this love story, it's the best decision you ever made.
It was August 2017 when I first met Andrew Joseph Cavallaro. Our 12 years of friendship began from the moment we met. One fine Saturday morning on the fast train from London to Rutland Bird Fair. There we were, tasked with the job to ask random bird enthusiasts whether they'd consider a trip to Peru.
Do you like Peru? Do you believe in God?
Whilst I surveyed 140 plus people, Andrew decided instead to hide in a portaloo and make up all of his answers without having had a single conversation. It was that night when he confessed to me his secrets, I realised that firstly, I had a lot to learn, and secondly, you were a friend worth keeping. Over the course of that weekend, our friendship blossomed, and we discovered we had many common interests, from pisco sours to hot European men. I'm pleased to say Andrew's career has since excelled, upgrading to more exotic destinations, such as the likes of Papua New Guinea, and of course, the infamous Las Vegas trip, where you vomited on yourself, your boss, all in front of your clients. Andrew truly has had a glamorous career, allowing him to enjoy his love of travel, drink, and dining. And at this point, I also think it's worthy of a mention that Charlie too has had an impressive career, from made-up job titles of head of decisioning to now chief optimizer. Charlie loves his job, as he gets to share with his work, his teammates, his homemade videos to help boost staff morale.
So I think we all know bits of the next story. I met a lovely boy fresh off the boat from Australia. This was beautiful Andrew Cavallaro. Yes, we briefly dated, and it was Pride 2008. He popped by to say hi. I was with Charlie. It's the first time they met. And I remember Charlie commenting how fit he was, obviously. While sadly, Calandrew was... It was never going to be a thing. Sorry. So we ended our dating soon after. But unlike most of the men I date, it's been a few, I wanted to keep this one as a mate. There's something special about him. And so kept coming around. And then on summer 2009, almost a Bryan Adams track, it was Pride again. Coming up, Charlie had been emailing me at work and just wondering why can't I meet a decent guy? I was friends with Andrew. Andrew emailed the same. They knew about each other. They just need that little push. So we're meeting up over Pride, and we met up. Charlie was going to go for it with a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of vodka. It was destiny. Charlie, you were so sweet that night. You came up to me. I don't know if you remember. But you came up to me and said, "Are you sure you don't mind me kissing him?" And with a gentle nudge and a yes, go for it, you went for it. And the stars aligned and the Disney music played in our heads. Or maybe it was a bit of the Home and Away theme tune, one of the two. So I'm sure you've all heard of the magical first date. It was on the London Eye, and soon after Charlie was smitten. Andrew was also smitten. And it was so lovely to hear that from both sides. Isn't that all you want for your best mate? To find a nice guy? And Andrew certainly fitted that bill.
From having had the pleasure of living with Chandrew, first in London, through now having my own key to the Sydney apartment, I have been able to observe firsthand and see the strong bond they share, how they encourage and support each other, and as any loving couples do, nag one another, how they laugh in jest at one another and push each other to be the very best versions of themselves. Charlie, you have bagged yourself a great catch, a sexy Australian Sicilian stallion.
That's
And
a mouthful.
It is a mouthful. Sicilian is hard to say. Andrew is the homemaker, the chef, the organizer and the critique. And what may be a surprise to some, in my eyes, he's definitely the princess of the two. From a very young age, as his mum will vouch, Andrew has known in his heart of hearts, and I quote from a 7-year-old Andrew, "I have status, don't you know?"
We had an infamous Essex pool party, and the name Chandrew first became a thing. It was 2009 and all about merging names. In fact, it's still a name. I don't think you were originally taken by that, and we just kept saying it till it stuck. But then 10 years later, we're in Phuket with hashtag chandrew2019. Don't forget to use the hashtag, the correct one. So the boys moved into Tubbs Road, London together, the best house parties, an impressive array of salt and pepper shakers, put anyone to shame, and loads of parties, the worst indoor fireworks ever. Evil Priscilla was still there, and obviously the best housemate here in Cats.
Woo! Charlie, he's definitely the yin to Andrew's yang. Whilst Andrew is the chef, Charlie is Mr. Fixer and DIY specialist. This sexy blonde is a man of muscles who single-handedly crafted Narnia in his backyard at Tubbs Road. In his spare time, when he's not singing and dancing on stage, you can find Charlie down at Bunnings Warehouse, buying the latest new thought to knock up a bedhead or two. He's also, surprisingly, the more sensible of the two. He's the one who keeps their finances in checks and helps to slow down Andrew's addiction to spending. But I'm pleased to tell you that for this wedding, no expense has been spared and the bank of Charlie is officially open. Woo! We all know that Charlie has a love for bric-a-brac, but it's that kind-hearted gentleman who kindly and quietly takes public shaming for, in fact, what is a lot of Andrew's tat. Charlie and Andrew most definitely have their own personalities, but over the years, I've witnessed them morph into one. Some of you may believe that Andrew simply tolerates Charlie and his dress-up antics, but his mother will tell you that Andrew had, in fact, a love for cross-dressing from a very young age. And I'm sure Kim will tell you all about it this evening. And if you've not yet seen the footage, to this very day, Andrew loves nothing more than to strut in his undies and a pair of high heels, showing off some sexy dance moves while sexually teasing an apple. As Andrew has begun to release his inner queen, Champagne Charlie is taming his inner beast. He loves nothing more these days than a quiet night in on the couch playing crappy computer games. Now, despite Andrew's hearing impairment, which I'm sure we all know drives us all a bit crazy from time to time, he has in fact a very attentive ear. He's always listening to the needs of others, remembering what you say, and using that information to try and help your dreams come true. He is most definitely a romantic at heart, and it was back when Charlie and Andrew first moved to Sydney that he said to himself, if we're still together a year on, I know that Charlie's the one. It was in fact in 2014 in New Caledonia where Andrew organised a surprise picnic next to a secluded lagoon that he finally popped the question and asked Charlie to marry him.
Woo! I can't believe it's 7 years you've now been in Australia. You've excelled there, work successes, amazing flat with my room in, or is it Kat's, or is it David's? Yeah, those are all the trips, mostly including a lot of your friends from Australia, UK, and all the places in between. We await video footage whether we went there or not, from Port Douglas to South America, Bali, Sitges, and the New Caledonia engagement video. It's great. Hands up if you've ever been in a Charlie video. My word, the video's masterpieces. The time you spent making those, Andrew kind of loses his boyfriend or husband for up to, 3 months? Before a birthday, and then during the celebration you film it again. You're really so thoughtful for the attention that you give people, and you really are there for me no matter where we are in the world. And I know how much you adore Andrew. Andrew, you've also bagged yourself a great guy in Charlie. And both of you together, I do have to mention, you flew over all the way to Spain just for my birthday last year with 2 extra suitcases of wigs, dresses for the best drag show. That was a different party. Drag show that you've ever seen. And of course, it was an amazing video. I don't know if you realize how much that meant. You guys are great. You're the best friends a guy could have. And so we wanted to say that you do complement each other so well. Charlie's wild side with the Disney-fueled imagination. Let's have swans and doves at the wedding. Andrew brings in the reality check and says, let's just have baby turtles. But they didn't make it, R.A.P. baby turtles. And you have so much fun. And look at this here today, how much planning has gone into it. I want to say about the booklet, my word, how much stuff you've done, how you know everybody. It's amazing. So much planning and how many color-coded Excel spreadsheets. And finally, you look great today. Let's hear it for the boys. Woo!
Some may feel that a week's wedding in Thailand is a little bit of an extravagant affair. But for this special couple who have been together 10 years, I definitely think it's worth a ping pong show or two. Both Charlie and Andrew are my closest buddies, and indeed my Australian family. They are 2 of the most selfless people I know who will do anything for friends and family. They will lend their car to friends, and when those friends break that car, they say, don't worry, we've got this. When I phone them drunk late at night and say I can't make it home, can I stay at yours? You say, absolutely, even though you've got guests arriving first thing the next morning. And nobody likes a party more than Andrew, so much so, he'll put off surgery to the end of a party before having his appendix removed. It's also the many years of laughter that you've both brought me that make you such special friends. From watching your drag show dress rehearsals, to choreographing video applications for TV shows, to camping trips away where you see Andrew's aggressive side as he kicks possums in their faces. And many, many other drunken antics. From the bottom of our hearts, we want to say how beautiful it is that you have found each other, and a massive thank you for making both Callum and I such a special part of your celebrations.
It's been our absolute privilege to be a part of not only this day, but your lives for the last 10 years as Chandrew. We wish you a lifetime of laughter, adventures, and lots more travel. Never stop having fun, and never stop supporting each other. You guys are amazing.
Chandrew, we love you so
much. Congratulations! So, we'd like to invite Andrew's brother Damon to come forward and read a poem written by Andrew's nana, Judy. Damon will read this on behalf of Charlie and Andrew's siblings.
Hi everyone. Woo, woo. In a country down under, there's a place called Bracken Ridge. It was in this suburb that Andrew did live. From here he went to England, far across the sea, and there he met Charlie. It was destiny, you see. They both had many travels to places far and wide, across a lot of oceans, but they were side by side. They swam in the Pacific and the Adriatic too, and climbed so many mountains just to see the view. Now Sydney's where they live, Australia is their home, but the lure of different lands still call, and to places they must roam. They've got the travel bug and want to share with everyone. So it's off to sunny Thailand, where the two will soon be one. You'll celebrate with family and friends. There will be drinks and lots of fun, where you will start your married life underneath the setting sun. I'm filled with joy and send my blessings, along with all my love, as you continue on your travels over land and sea and skies above. To share whatever life shall give, on your travels or at home, because you now have each other, you'll never be alone. Thank you.
Hey! Thank you, Damon. If Andrew's mum, Kim, can now please come forward, and Charlie's mum, Anne, please, to say a few words.
My darling son, Andrew. My darling son, Andrew. I was 21 when I first met you. When I held you in my arms and I looked into your eyes, I knew that I wanted to share every moment of my life with you. My heart is bursting with love today to be able to walk by your side as you come together to be with the man you have chosen to be your husband. Charlie, you bring a delightful vibrancy to my family, and I love how easily you fit in and what you bring to our lives. I welcome you with open arms. I wish you both every happiness in your future together, and I want you to know that I'm here for you both. I'm so excited to hear the stories that will be told, watch the memories unfold, and to be a part of the journey. I love you.
Charles and Andrew, what a wonderful day this is. So many friends and family here to celebrate with you and to wish you well. And from all those family members in the UK who cannot be here today, much love and very best wishes for your future. And thank you for my part in your celebration. Charles and his brother George have been a wonderful support to me over the years, and I'm very proud of them both. Now, Charles and I are very alike, and this has led to some fiery moments in the past. But I feel we have a great relationship now, perhaps due to that we live on opposite sides of the world. Charles, you have grown into a confident, happy man. You are generous, compassionate, with a sense of fun, and as you all know, a very infectious laugh. A tendency to hoard and to collect unusual items and quirky items adds to your charm. In Andrew, you have found a gem. Also kind and compassionate, with a sense of fun, I think he tempers some of your wilder ideas. And in fact, you temper and complement each other so well. Andrew is the only person I know who has persuaded Charles to do a little decluttering and also to empty his suitcase as soon as they get home from a holiday. And Andrew, I have such admiration and envy for your skills with your spreadsheets. You are already a much-loved member of our family, but today I can welcome you as an official member. Well, I haven't finished yet. Boys, you have committed to each other with your vows, and you're starting on a great adventure. Khalil Gibran, the Lebanese writer, wrote the following advice to those who are embarking on life together. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between your souls. Fill each other's cup, but drink not from the one cup. Give one another your bread, but eat not from the same loaf. Sing and dance and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone, even as the strings of a lute are alone, although they quiver with the same music. Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping, for only the hand of life can contain your hearts. Stand together, yet not too near together. Let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the wind of heaven dance between you. I love you both, and God bless you.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Damon, Kim, and Anne. This brings us to the heart of the ceremony. Get our places. There you go. Charlie, do you take Andrew to be your lawful wedded husband? Will you love and respect him, be faithful and loyal to him, in sickness as in health, for richer or poorer, for as long as you both shall live?
Andrew, do you take Charlie to be your lawful wedded husband? Will you love and respect him, be faithful and loyal to him, in sickness as in health, for richer or poorer, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
We'd now like to invite Adam to come forward and officiate this wedding.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. So in a moment, Charlie and Andrew will be exchanging their rings and vows. Today, in this moment, they will be sharing words of commitment that they make to one another.
I call upon the people present to witness that I, Charles James Hartley Cracknell, take you, Andrew Joseph Cavallaro, to be my lawful wedded husband. Andrew, today I pledge to you a life of love, support, and friendship, to talk and to listen, to trust and appreciate you, to respect and cherish you, to comfort and strengthen you through our life together. What lies ahead, good or bad, we will face together. Time may try us, but if we look to each other first, we can take on the world. I promise to be there when you need me, to fill your days with sunshine and ask you what has made you proud that day, to comfort you and encourage you, to help you reach your goals, to be your best friend, and to love you all my life with all my heart. When Adam asked me what my favorite memory of you was, apart from the incredible holidays we've shared together, I talked about the house in London, when the sale was falling through and I was researching bankruptcy. And I remember standing in the kitchen and you just held me. I'll never forget that moment and how it made me feel safe and that I had someone's full love and support. Every day I'm proud of who you are and who you make me. Proud that you chose me, proud that you are mine, proud of everything you achieve, proud of the life we have built together, and most of all, I will be proud to call myself your husband. Have another day, be a mushroom.
I call upon the people present to witness that I, Andrew Joseph Cavallaro, take you, Charles James Hartley Cracknell, to be my lawful wedded husband. Charlie, I'm proud of the wonderful man that you are, and proud to stand by your side, both today and always. Your fun-loving spirit, endless positivity, and infectious personality inspires me to be a better person each and every day. And with your support, I vow not to turn into a grumpy old man. It was your ambition and drive for life that drew me in the first place, And together I'm excited that we'll keep striving hand in hand to live our very best lives. From our first holiday together in Sicily, through to me proposing in New Caledonia, and now getting married in Thailand, may our life together continue to be filled with wonderful adventures in exciting far-flung places. With your holding of my hands and those comforting hugs that I love so much, you make me feel safe, and I promise to always make you feel safe and loved too. I promise to be patient with you, even when you misplace your keys, and I promise to smile for you, even when I've had a bad day. I promise to love you for who you are, and to inspire you to be the best person that you can be, because together nothing is impossible for us. I love you, my little chicken, my bestest of friends. May we always have Avo days and always be mushrooms.
They were beautiful, guys. Well done. So, and now could I ask Callum to please offer the rings? Charlie and Andrew, may these rings forever remind you of the promises to one another that you have made here today. Let them remind you that you will always be by each other's side. A circle is the symbol of the sun and the earth and the universe, of wholeness and perfection and love and peace. It is worn on the fourth finger because of an ancient Greek belief that the vein in that finger runs directly to the heart. May the compassion and kindness that you hold for one another be like the circle shape of these rings, with no beginning and no end. Charlie and Andrew, as you hold each other's hands today, remember what they mean to you. These are the hands of your best friend. These are the hands that will hold you tight through difficult times. These are the hands that will comfort you when you are sick and console you when you are grieving, that will passionately love and cherish you throughout the coming years, that will give you support and encouragement to follow your dreams, and that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will wipe tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. These are the hands that will make the tough times half as bad because they are there to share the burden, and the happy times twice as joyous because they are there right beside you. These are the hands that, when held together, symbolize the lifelong bond you are now creating. Cherish these hands and the strength, love, and guidance they will provide you both throughout your lives. We have witnessed your vows and watched you as you exchanged your rings. With the love and blessings of your friends and family, so that means get the confetti ready, everyone. Charlie and Andrew, it gives me great pleasure to pronounce you husband and husband. You may now kiss.